Keepspace overhead storage. I'm going to introduce you to our products and take you through a little bit of our history. Keepspaces.com. Think of something besides your shelf for a change. By definition, Keepspaces are overhead voids of space that are available in most closets and garages. They are newfound storage niches that are over and above your current storage capacity. Storage for any infrequently accessed seasonal items using prime accessible storage space that you so desperately need. You won't believe just how much storage we can add in a 3-bedroom house with a 2-car garage. Just imagine fitting all this inside your home and garage without disturbing one thing. 24 totes above your garage door, 4 sets of luggage, all with the smaller pieces fitting within the largest one, and 6 pails, 7 gallons each, all in just 3 closets. It's like discovering a storage room that you never knew you had. Introducing Keeptrak. Welcome to the next generation of garage storage technology. Most all garage ceiling heights are 9 feet, while door openings are 7 feet tall, leaving 18 inches of available headroom. Keeptrak needs 16 inches for 20 gallon and 12 inches for 14 gallon. So why is this the new generation of garage storage? In order to capitalize on the ozone, Keepspace has come up with Keeptrak, which is the only product that will actually fit in that area. Hanging shelves won't. Due to the fact that once the shelving is installed, consuming 3 or 4 inches, there's no space above. Hence most all hanging shelves installed in the front of the garage. The carrier clearance is depicted in the picture in the upper left. The ceiling to door on the upper right. Always a loading area of 24 plus inches, and of course square to the wall in the lower right hand. We started back in 2005 when we needed to solve our own garage storage problem. A bunch of totes full of holiday decorations taking up all the valuable shelf space and making parking too tight. Keeptrak was born. However, like most people who think of a new idea, they go through 3 phases. First, deciding how to do it, then seeing a need to take up follow-up action, hopefully making it work, and despite it working out wonderfully, we realized early on that installation was far too difficult. And it's not about just having ideas, it's about making an idea happen. And this is living proof. Keeptrak quite literally and very successfully just hung out for 5 years. In the meanwhile, a homemade wooden do-it-yourself version had sparked tons of public interest in this new method after a step-by-step article was published in the Family Handyman in 2009. The same project had since been republished across the web, including Mr. Bob Villa himself, host of This Old House and Bob Villa's Home Again, plus a whole bunch of other DIY websites. Now obviously people took this idea and concept very seriously, so if a homeowner would consider taking this labor-intensive and expensive project on, like this mom, measuring, fastening, gluing, stud finding, mounting, I'm positive by this stage of the project she would have absolutely wished she'd simply ordered Keeptrak. Especially after she added up her receipts and found out that Keeptrak was half as much money, and it would have saved her an entire weekend. Well, to sum up, DIY would ya? The takeaway here is that people that loved the concept, however the installation was difficult. But knowing the idea was a good one, well after installation was completed anyway, the goal was to make the installation IKEA easy, so customers and installers alike could spend less time installing while producing consistent, accurate, and safe results. So we began working on making the idea consumer ready and user-friendly and safe. But in the real world, we promised ourselves never to test our products in the hands of the consumer. Despite that DIY mom making the project look so easy, we weren't convinced. Call us skeptics. Problem 1, installing the track without fighting gravity. Problem 2, assuring the track spacing was always perfect, so no totes would fall through onto a car, bringing liability claims and ultimately business failure. Our search for the perfect tote was on. We needed one that was readily available at a fair price with the highest of quality, offer a couple depths and sizes for different applications, and be a product that would be around and last for years, never failing. Presenting the Brute Tote by Rubbermaid. Not only did it pass the test, it surpassed what we thought was possible. And it looks fabulous. It is also available in 20 and 14 gallon sizes in both designer white and brute gray. The indented lids block out the sides from deforming inward, giving added strength and rigidity. The very familiar brute gray plastic is globally known as indestructible, from everyone's association with the famous brute garbage cans, lasting a lifetime. So why is it we insist on only commercial-grade Rubbermaid brute storage totes? Because they are by far the most durable totes made of the highest quality brute plastic and are available at most all building supply stores. So now with the brute tote on board, let's talk about our tracking. Like rolled edges top and bottom, allowing the tote to easily glide without friction for easy loading and unloading of the brute tote. Superior strength, with pre-drilled holes for alignment with ceiling joists on 24-inch or 16-inch centers, so installation of the track is easy. Galvanized finish, matching all your existing garage hardware and requires no upkeep and no damage during shipping. For a bit of additional security, the tote lid and lip fit the tracks perfectly so that they're both held snapped together, eliminating any chance of tote failure. It was always clear that the use of a jig was going to be the best method once the corresponding row width and totes were standardized. However, the burning question was how to hold up a jig on the ceiling in perfect placement. One day while doing an install, after the first piece of track was mounted in place, all set square to the building, secured in all 4 joists, that's when a light went on, realizing that once the first track was set, the rest would always align in relation to it on all installations. Well, here it is. Not only are the track pieces themselves bolted in perfect place, but they also serve as a support and structure for the jig itself by featuring fold-out tabs with pressed-in nuts. Tracking bolts into their exact place so the spacing is always perfect on every installation. The lightweight, easy-to-handle design loads in just 5 minutes. The jig hangs by posts from the first mounted piece of track. It's easy to remove once all mount screws are in just by taking out 8 bolts. The goal of the jig was ease of use. The jig was designed to be sold in a DIY kit so homeowners or their favorite handyman could handle it with ease. I think we achieved our goal, if not exceeded it. So what is the Keepsafe smartphone app? This is a photo app used to store content photos in the same two-dimensional position as they are in your system. By using your smartphone to store your content photos that document what is inside each tote, you can now locate items without physically searching. Because the totes are up high and difficult to search through, rather than use a stick-on label, so old school, we too got involved in this smartphone phenomenon and used this application. Like uploading to the cloud to open Space Up on your drive. So what did the public think about our product in April of 2013? The results were outstanding. The only question we got is when can you get to my garage? People understood it and they loved it. In the first 30 days, we landed 10 jobs. Just what are Keepspaces? Let's dive a little deeper into the why Keepspaces are important. By now, with what we've covered, I think you have an understanding as to what we do. The next step is to move into believing in why we do it. Keepspaces are not the most convenient storage spots, but they do help maximize the use of prime storage space by giving seasonal or infrequently used items that are causing clutter a new place to hang. So believing in the why we do. Fact, 25% of homeowners polled with 2-car garages fill it with so much stuff they can't even park 1 car inside, and 32% fit 1 but not 2. Fact, there are 60,000 self-storage facilities in the United States. The demand for storage units has tripled over 20 years. Believing in the why versus what we do. Keepspaces are not designed to be the easiest to access, but rather more hidden and unobtrusive. Keepspaces clear your most desirable spaces, currently occupied by items that can't justify it. Keepspaces indirectly give back prime storage by providing you alternative, newly added space. Keepspaces are for infrequently accessed and/or seasonal items that get utilized occasionally. Keepspaces help you reclaim your spaces that are desperately needed for everyday functions. Keepspaces create new storage that relieves your prime storage of overcrowding and clutter. Creating space so you feel organized again. So take control of your life. Items ideal for Keepspace. Camping equipment such as a tent, sleeping bag, or other gear you take out a few times per year. Out-of-season clothes from your closet such as sweaters, winter jackets, snow gear, and boots. Summer gear like beach towels, shorts, beach toys, swimwear, boating, and water sports gear. Outdoor equipment not used during wintertime, such as hoses, lawn care equipment, and tools. Keepsakes and collectibles that you want or clothes you're keeping for a younger sibling. Holiday decorations, such as Halloween, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas decorations, and lights. Many more reasons than there are excuses. Items ideal for Keepspace represent 25 to 65% of your household storage. Now for a little marketing from Keeptrak Overhead Storage Solutions. We had no basement, so we had to start up in a garage. The road visibility is poor. So effective at concealing your stuff, it's indistinguishable from magic. 24 totes, the before and the after. Standing in this garage won't make you a car, but it will make you believe in the higher power of organization. Contain your holiday spirit until it's time. So now you know what that space above garage doors was meant for. Long-term parking for short-term stuff. Keep your decorations up all year. Keeptrak Overhead Storage is heads above all their garage storage. And of course our apparel line. So what else do we do? Keepspaces can be found in closets too. The space inside above your door along the header. Our solution for a common problem, closet clutter in dorms, apartments, and most all homes across America. Keeptwist. Can you remember your grandpa's solution to hardware organization? Look familiar? Keeptwist installs in minutes by mounting the lid inside your closet along the header. They twist in and they twist out, locking in secure. Each container takes up just over a foot, so 6 or so will fit in a normal bedroom-sized closet. Where is your luggage? Probably taking up valuable storage space that could be used on frequently needed items that get used. Introducing Keep Racks. Our fold-away rack system allows loading of items and then cantilevers underneath, especially great in apartments and dorms. Since the space is tight, the item is raised up into place with the racks folded against the closet header and then folded back underneath to be set upon. Thank you from Keepspace Overhead Storage.